Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Audrey and these are my vlogs. If you have been watching my previous vlogs, by the way, if you hear a lot of noise, it's my dog. She snores really loud. Anyway, if you've been following my vlogs, you know I've been on a really long work streak. Like I've been working for 8 days straight, and today was the last day. I have tomorrow off, and I'm literally so excited to just sleep in. Like, so excited to just sleep in. And I'm probably even gonna go to bed early tonight. And yeah, I'm just so excited not to go in tomorrow. I have been in such like an emotional mood these past few days because my parents left for out of town like really suddenly, and so it's just me at home, and every time I stay home alone for like days at a time, I'm always very emotional for some reason. And because it was sudden too, it didn't help. So yeah, but I got home from work today and I was like, you know what will cheer me up? Rewatching Heartstopper. So I'm rewatching Heartstopper. And I will say, I started filming already for this vlog before filming the intro because I like to start my intro out looking somewhat decent, and this is the first time that I've looked somewhat decent. So there's going to be a little bit in the beginning of this vlog where it's already happened my time, but kind of irrelevant. I don't know if you would even be able to notice, but I'm just putting that out there. Oh my god. It's like a little slumber party, and we're gonna tell scary stories in the dark. Anywho, I kind of spiraling right now, and I guess I'm filming this just to stop myself from spiraling. But currently my parents are out of town, and it was a very quick, literally within probably 24 hours, they decided they were going out of town just for some personal reasons. And the personal reason is already kind of emotional, and so dealing with that on top of my parents leaving, not that I can't exist alone, you know, but every time that I stay home by myself for like days at a time, you know, I just get like really emotional and really lonely, which is surprising because I really love my alone time and I love being alone. But yeah, tonight's the first night where I'm like alone, so I'm just kind of spiraling. And it's also the first time where I'm staying home alone overnight in this house. The last time was when we lived in California. And I mean, I do feel safe here, but it's still just the fact that it's a new environment, you know, which I'm sure I'm gonna be fine. But as somebody with anxiety, you know, I spiral mentally. And I'm just really emotional. Like on top of all of that, I'm on day 7 of a 8-day work streak, so I'm just like really exhausted, and mentally and physically, you know. And on top of that, I've also mentioned how like I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, and I obviously still like live with that in my head. Not extreme, like I'm not being dramatic, but you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just venting right now, so I don't like completely spiral right now. Just completely. But I'm gonna try and go to bed early tonight because I have work in the morning, and I only got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night because I got off at 10 and then I had work this morning at 7, so you know, you do the math. Anywho, I think I'm going to watch some Heartstopper because that is my comfort show and go to bed. Hello. It is Saturday, November 4th, I believe. I have work. It's our Christmas pajama day, so I'm wearing Christmas pajamas to work. Even though it's only November 4th. So that's fun. It's my last day in this 8-day work streak that I've been doing. And so I'm excited to have tomorrow off. Where are you going, Daisy? Are you gonna lay over there? And just chill. I know I was vlogging last night and I was talking about how I've been kind of a bit emotional. I know last night I was kind of talking to you guys because I was spiraling a little bit, or I was like talking to you guys so I don't spiral. I ended up going to bed super early, probably like 9:15, and I fell asleep really quick, and I slept so good. I don't know if I woke up to my alarm or like just on my own, but I had my alarm set for like I think 8 a.m. and I think I was already like waking up before it went off, which is nice because normally I really struggle waking up. And I also don't start work till 11:30, so I don't have to leave till like 11, and so I can take my time getting ready and like not rush. So today's off to a good start. Good morning. I woke up this morning naturally at around 6:30 in the morning. And it wasn't like because I heard my phone go off, but it wasn't like, oh, my phone woke me up. I literally was like already kind of waking up and I heard my phone ding. And like I wasn't groggy at all to like actually get up. I mean, I laid in bed for a while scrolling on TikTok, but having so many early morning shifts this whole past week has forced me to fix my sleep schedule. And I went to bed at 10 last night, and like I fell asleep pretty quick. So waking up at like 6:30 naturally is crazy to me. My skin the last like day or two has looked so good, and it's kind of hard to tell like on the camera because the camera just likes to pick up all the redness, but I like don't have any breakouts, and that's surprising because I feel like I've had a lot of emotional stress on me lately, which is shocking. But I will say I have been listening to a bunch of like I've been listening to my summer beach playlist. It has a lot of reggae on it, and so I've been listening to a lot of reggae and just like really chill music, and I feel like that's like helped me so much from not spiraling these last few days. That and like watching Heartstopper and just keeping my mind busy, but I think I cycle through music occasionally, and this just happens to be cycling through at the perfect time because it's so just chill and relaxing, and I love it. Do you guys want a haul of what I got? So I was going to go to Ulta to get some skincare, and before I left, I went on the app to see if they carry it, and they didn't. So I went to Sephora instead. And I'm really, okay, y'all know I moved to small town Texas. I figured that there wouldn't be a Sephora here because in the town that my sister lives in, there's not a Sephora, and it's probably equally as small. Anywho, I thought that there wouldn't be a Sephora here, but there's a Sephora inside of a Kohl's. So that's what I went. I absolutely love this product. It's the Skin Fix AHA/BHA niacinamide exfoliating pads. I have been repurchasing this for quite a while, and I will say it is quite expensive. It's $50, but there are 60 pads in here, and I don't use these every day, so they actually last me like at minimum 3 months, probably more than that, like 60 pads, probably like 5 months, because I don't use it every night. So I got that, and for some reason I got some money off. Oh, it was 15% off, which is cool. And then I went to Target. I was craving chips, so I picked up some chips. Some, you know, whatever. And I picked up some more mascara. I actually recently just bought a new mascara, but this sty that I have is really painful, and so I just figured to be like better safe than sorry, I'm not gonna wear mascara until the sty is gone, and then I have a nice new clean mascara that's not contaminated with the sty, because I was using that mascara the days leading up to this. So yeah. And then I got good old-fashioned CeraVe. Sorry Gianna, I never told you that I still use this, but I use this at night. I don't use this in the morning. I like it just because it's so heavy, and especially when I do, you know, exfoliants at night. This is nice. And two, this is like one of the very few products that are like moisturizers that don't really irritate my skin. Like, it's moisturizers for some reason are like hard for me, like heavy, like, you know, night creams. A lot of them have always like just irritated my skin, so this is the only thing. I just know it's not the best, but it's not the worst, so don't come for me. I got my dog the cutest toy. Oh my god, I need to show you. Aren't they so cute? They're little mushrooms. Come here, Dee.
Yes, Mickey. How you call your lover boy?
So my parents are coming home today from their trip to visit family, and I decided to make them dinner. And so I just got back from the grocery store. I got chicken, broccoli, zucchini, and onion. I'm gonna make the vegetables all together. I normally do this like blend of vegetables. It's really good. So I'll make that and the chicken, and I think I'm gonna do some white rice. And then I got the makings for a Caesar salad. So should be good. They should be here actually probably like in the next like hour and a half, 2 hours. They are making really great time. So I'm gonna do all the prep work right now. I did my hair today and then I put it up when I got home and it looks crazy now. Oh well. Don't mind my hair, okay? Okay. I haven't talked to you guys in like multiple days, and that's like quite a while, I feel like. Hi, how are you? I honestly can't remember where I left off in this vlog. I'm gonna catch you up to speed because it has been a hectic week. I think maybe the last time I checked in with y'all was when my parents were coming home from their trip. There was just a really loud thud outside, like thunder loud. It was probably thunder. Anywho, I think that was the last time I talked to y'all, and since then it has been a little cray-cray. I have worked every day this past week. It's currently Saturday, and really just exhausted. A lot of the shifts that I've had this week were when I was working on register, and that wipes me out, having to be on register, like emotionally. So I've been really exhausted, and I've been going to bed super early. I started getting into reading. As you guys know, I was reading Heartstopper, and I read all 4 volumes, and I kind of started my reading era, not gonna lie. I purchased the Nick and Charlie book and This Winter from Alice Oseman. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And then I also bought Shelter from Harlan Coben, I think. And so I've been reading each night, and it's really nice. I've started to get into this really good routine of going to bed early and reading, and I really have been enjoying that. Today was my day off, and I've been really tired because I woke up early and we had tickets. My mom, sister, and I, and then some other family, we had tickets to go to this antique show. So we went to that, and I did find some good stuff. So I'll have to show you that in a second. But went to that, we got home. We went to Hobby Lobby first. Oh my god. I was so tired before we went to Hobby Lobby, and I was hungry, and my feet were hurting because I'm breaking in my Blundstones right now. If you know, you know. So I was so tired, and I came home, was like getting a headache because I was so hungry and tired and just needed to like chill. And so I've been kind of just like rotting in bed and editing because the antique show was cool. It wasn't a whole lot of antiques, to be honest. It was a lot of crafting, like crafts and like small businesses, which is cool, but like I was also kind of excited for like antiques. But it was so busy and so overstimulating. Like I had my bag, and half the time I was carrying my niece, which like I totally love carrying her, but you know, we're inside, it's warm, there's so many people. We had a wagon and a stroller too, and there was 4 of us. So like you could just imagine having somebody always carry the baby or a wagon or a stroller. So it was just a lot. but it was fun, and I got some goodies that I'll show you. So, not the first thing I got, but the first thing I'm showing you is this t-shirt that I got, and it's a Rolling Stones t-shirt. I was just looking at it. It says literally Rolling Stones in here. I don't know if this girl, because it looked like she had like made t-shirts. I was under the impression that she made them, but this literally has like a Rolling Stone licensure. Whatever. It's cute. I bought it. I bought that. And then y'all know me and my vinyls, even though I don't have a record player. I bought a Roy Orbison album. Love Roy Orbison. Orbison. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. It's actually crazy. And then I also bought 2 stickers. One of them says "Hangin' with the Hippies and the Cowboys." There's a song that I thought this was like from a song. Maybe I'm just crazy. And then I bought a sticker that says "Happy Camper," and it has a little camper in it. My dream one day is to build like a schoolie, so or some sort of camper, so I want to put this on it whenever that dream comes true, because it's cute. And the final thing that I purchased, sorry I'm not in frame, was, y'all know me, if you watched one of my previous, I'm trying not to flash you guys, if you watched one of my previous vlogs of antique shopping, you know that I've purchased a Pyrex bowl. And I get there, and like one of the first booths we go to, this lady had just all the Pyrex bowls you can imagine, and matching sets to the one that I had purchased. And I was like, oh my god, so cool. Literally like $200, which is understandable. They're good bowls, but I couldn't afford $200 set. So I got this one. Really cute, and they have like lids. They're like little dishes. You know, I know that like I'm not gonna be using these Pyrex bowls for a while because of our kitchen. It's really annoying to cook in this rental house. Sorry y'all, this is like FaceTime. I'm like FaceTiming you guys. The kitchen here is just not inspiring to cook at all. But someday when I get my own house, my own place, whatever it be, I want to have majority of my stuff, houseware, cookware, whatever you want to call it, like secondhand or vintage or whatever. Like, I don't want to go and purchase just all new things. Like, I want to try to also make it like as eco-friendly as possible. And I think I've mentioned before how I'm saving these old ranch jars that I want to use as glasses someday. So like, you kind of get the vibe, you know? So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. I am currently editing my other vlog right now, my previous vlog that's already out, to post. I'm gonna try and post this tonight. I have these last few days really been slacking. I told myself that I wanted to be more timely with posting and whatnot, but it's just hard. It's really draining working a customer service job and like coming home and having the will to do like literally anything besides rot in bed. So yeah. And it's also difficult too because some of you may know I film on my phone and I only can have so much storage on my phone. And I've been thinking, I do have a Nikon B500 Cool Pixel, something like that. I've been thinking about trading it in or selling it and purchasing a Canon G7X or something. Something that's smaller because that camera is pretty bulky. Just to vlog on. Because there's no way I can vlog on that. No way. And my phone just keeps filling up with storage. Hi. So I look like kind of disaster right now. But this is future Audrey popping in here, and I'm actually gonna end the vlog here. I have way more footage than I anticipated, and I'm editing it right now. And I literally have like enough footage for 2 vlogs, so I'm cutting this one. I'm pretty much cutting it in half. So I'm gonna end it here, and you guys will see in the next video something fun that I got. You can maybe guess what it is, but I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like there's a lot of fun stuff in this vlog. I don't know. I feel like I've just done so much. These past few weeks have been so hectic, so I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.